It is a very good morning to you as we join an all goofy foot encounter with Deivid Silva on screen taking on Joan Duru, a former finalist here. It's a good morning from myself, Gig Saliers, now joined in the box by Jared Smith. Jared, great scenes all week. What a week we've had with it. And how about this for quarter number 3? The tide moves out. Let's have a look at the best of it thus far, Jared. A 4.5 and a 5.17 for Deivid.
Yeah, this was the 5.17, and lovely bit of timing off the top there. You can see just how much spray flying over the back of that wave. But again, you know, kind of dealing with still a bit of a deep water section, maybe a bit of a hole through that mid part of the sandbank.
The talent of Jack Freestone is a third place finish. So here we go, following the action in the first quarter. Nothing really established yet out in the lineup. A 4.5 has appeared on the scorecard for Deivid Silva.
Something I want to get into, maybe we can discuss that as we see Joan Duru on this one.
Well, talking of getting into, here is Joan Duru. Little error there. Trying to find something in the lineup. Is it outgoing tide here in Ballito? And it seems like second waves of the sets are smaller, but maybe offering a little opportunity. It's certainly being jumped upon here by Deivid Silva. Combination turn. 2 turns there for the man that's already posted a 4.5 in the lineup. Is going to leave Joan Duru still feeding on scraps. Water just draining down through the valleys overnight as the temperatures cool. And talking about cooling, let's have a look at how this one's getting heaten up.
Yeah, how beautiful is that bottom turn, man? Just eyes on the prize all the way through. And Deivid Silva, great bit of timing. This one maybe not quite standing up, but I love how he hits the vertical mark before he's even halfway up the face of that wave.
Jorgen, it was a pretty tough heat. I mean, it started off with one of the biggest sets we've seen all morning, getting the 7.5. Then you guys sat forever before getting, a couple more scores. Was it a bit testing out there?
So perhaps
and you see the surf towns clustered around those areas. Here's Joan Duru. This is the man from Hossegor, France, and that's a big let go of a rip for a first turn. He's got a little bit of anger and urgency, and so he should, because there's 12 minutes to go in this quarterfinal number 3, and that was a power punch there. It's just going to pretty much floor all the scores of Deivid Silva in one foul swoop there. Kilograms, but Mike, can he just load that power?
Yeah, check this out, Chad. Watch how fast he goes through that turn. Beautiful bit of power, really compressing the body through that turn and unleashing those springs. And nice 3-hit combination all the way through. I love how he just stalled a little bit. Just waited a fraction of a second for that to stand up. And even going slightly upside down on the third turn. You're so right, you make everyone seem wrong.
No, but really, I mean, you look at the power and the sweep of those turns from Joan Duru. Let's see how the answer comes now from Deivid Silva. He's got to up his averages. He gets his run down the bank here. This is a softer wave straight away becoming apparent to all of us as this one unfolds. Nice combination again, Deivid Silva. Deivid Silva's going to have to go and find his own 7 or greater in the lineup as we break this 5 down on his last one.
Yeah, you can see, I mean, comparing to Jean's wave, this wave was also a little bit smaller. Quite a bit of south into it. It only just starts kind of forming now and hitting that sandbank. You can just see a lot sort of flatter, fatter shoulder section.
Of the year, they're both going to be focusing hard on double dipping, as we call it, in the second half. Here goes Duru, former finalist. Looking for points here, looking for numbers. He's got to get rid of a 2 point, well, he's got to get rid of a 0.4. The requirements of a 2.84, easily more in the set.
Wow.
Deivid Silva's going to capitalize on this. Squared up hit, then holds it together, and he likes that. We'll have a look at what those first turns were worth. Now, what we can here, he's already come out of a turn. Let's have a look at this one.
Bang. Beautiful backhand Rio. Love how he squares his hand on the deck of the board there, just repositioning his body. And that was a great bit of control. We've seen that end section catch out so many surfers before.
Of a 6 for his scoreline. Meanwhile, following it with Deivid Silva down the line, a little bit further down the bank. So both surfers know that they can't rely on what they've done. Duru wants to up the 6. And we're still waiting for a value for a previous wave of Deivid Silva. What meets the eye is a 6 in for Joan Duru. So that was an easy fetch of numbers for Joan Duru. He'll go straight back to work here as we move closer to the 5-minute remaining mark. Quick acceleration out of that first turn. Whipping the second. Now a little error for Duru.
So here we go. Joan Duru's going to commit to this one.
Well, Jared, he's broken away here.
A
substandard wave as he'll just keep trawling around the lineup. What's interesting here is waiting that waves arrive in 2s. So there we go. That's the sell. Joan Duru has sold Deivid Silva this wave, who meanwhile will go completely upside down there. And that The next question
Possible
we'll pose,
improvement?
lots of things unfolding here in quarterfinal number 3. Did Deivid Silva improve on a 5-1-7, one of his counting rides? Oh, I'd say the horn has beaten Joan Duru by a split second. Duru is going to bow out of this one. That one was just outside of the window of quarterfinal number 3. And just like that, we wrap up an all Goofy Foot, all championship tour quarterfinal heat here in the qualifying series.